Hey, LeBron, we've been talking about the missed shots now really since the CD game started. What have you seen on film and going into tonight as well, just about the way that the offense is flowing and how much of that you think can improve in the next week or two before the playoffs start?
I think we have some great possessions. I think sometimes we have some early quick, shot selection, some bad shot selection, throughout the course of some of these games. But for the majority, I feel like we got some great looks. And obviously, tonight once again, going, I think we was 5 for 37 from the three-point line, shooting 35% from the field. And our defense is pretty good. I mean, we only allowed allowed the Thunder to shoot 43% from the field. But we just got to, we'll continue to find good looks, find great looks, and, and our shooters, including myself, and everybody else we'll get our rhythm and start making some.
There have been so many different times over your career where you've had the one seed locked in with X amount of games to play. What's important to share with your teammates about mindset and kind of how to approach the games that don't technically count in the standings since you're locked in, but you got to stay in rhythm and approach the playoffs the right way?
This is a totally different situation than any other situation I've been in my career. So I have zero experience with having the number one seed inside of a bubble during seeding games. Playing in August. So, this is all a learning experience for all of us, and we're going to take it day by day, continue to work our habits either on the floor, during the film session when we're able to get on the floor as well. But this is a totally different season, a totally different drastic situation for all of us, including myself.
All right, let's go to Dave.
Hey, LeBron, has there been anything that is I guess discouraging to the point where you're like, okay, this is something I can't figure out, or we really got to work on it? Or is the stuff that's happening so far in the 2-2 start expected when there's a layoff and there's some new pieces being incorporated while you're missing some of the guys you relied on all year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be, some good. I don't want to ever say bad. Some things we need to continue to work on. I mean, we've been out 4.5 months, and we played extremely great basketball before the layoff, and we implemented a couple guys into the system that has not been with us for the whole season. We lost, two of our guys. One is not making the trip at all, and then Rondo being hurt, who's a big part of our team as well and our nucleus. So, we're just trying to fit everybody in, trying to do it on the fly, but at the same time, get our legs back up underneath us, get our system back in place, try to speed the process for the guys that haven't been with us, and Dion and JR, and then go out on the floor and just try to implement that as great as we can.
Hey, LeBron, it's Bill. Kind of along similar lines. I'm just wondering, generally when you have, a long layoff in the summer, you've got the whole season to kind of build up. This is such a compact schedule, and the playoffs are like a week away, a week and a half away. Does it make it harder to tolerate or kind of believe in the idea of shots will fall eventually and what have you? Does it make it harder just knowing how close the playoffs are?
No, it doesn't make it hard. I understand when you put in the work, you're okay with the result, no matter make or miss. We've all put in the work. I know my guys have put in the work. I know I put in the work. So, make or miss, you could be okay with the results. It's only when you do not put the time or you do not commit to the game and you do not put the time into your body and things of that nature when you can start second guessing and start saying like, okay, what is going on? But, when you put in the hours and you put in the reps, you don't worry about it too much. No matter if you're making or missing, you just continue to go after it.
Kyle, good.
LeBron, switching gears a little bit, the NBA and the union announced $300 million over the next 10 years to help basic employment opportunities, economic empowerment in Black communities. What does that commitment represent to you?
What does it represent to me?
Yeah, I mean, what do you make of that announcement and the work done to make that commitment?
I mean, just off the top of my head, because before I have any knowledge of it, I'm just not hearing it from you. So, but I think it's pretty great. Off the top of my head, just thinking $300 million over the next 10 years. And the NBPA and the NBA have always supported things that need, and in communities like the Black community where we don't get a lot of the same opportunities as a lot of people, to have that type of support, to have that type of help. it means a lot. And I know for sure, I know how much I'm doing with my foundation and my community and all those families and what they always talk about. They always talk about people, they don't feel like they'd be heard, or, they never feel like they're loved, or they don't feel like anyone's going to ever give them an opportunity. So this falls kind of in line with that. I don't know exactly the neighborhoods or whatever the case may be, but I know they'll choose those correctly. But I know for sure that these families, whoever that they target, will be very overwhelmed and loved behind that.
Tanya?
You talked about this being a situation that you've never been through. No one's ever been through, obviously, this bubble situation. Do you think, is there anything about it that you think could be having an impact on the play, on like your offense and how you guys been playing?
I don't know. From a rhythm standpoint, definitely got to, find a rhythm. I know for me, I'm finding rhythm every game. Putting guys in position, put myself in position where I can find a rhythm throughout the course of the 48-minute game, and just there's just some things that you really can't control that's here that I really don't want to talk about. That's kind of like off the floor, but you just try to be be there for your teammates. Like I said, you follow the game plan that the coaching staff give you, and then you go out and lay it out on the line. And like I said, win, lose, or draw. If you feel like you're committed to that game, you're committed to that possession, then you can live with that.
Yes.
Hey, LeBron.
Hold on, I got one more. We got one more. Hold on.
I think I noticed you changed your shoes at halftime.
Yeah, they were a little slippery. The court was a little slippery tonight. Yeah.
You did that against the Clippers also.
Yeah, I was a little out of rhythm too.
Okay.
Yeah, but the court was a little slippery in the ones that I had on, so I wanted to change it. Plus, I felt like I wasn't in good rhythm, so it's a superstitious thing. OCD thing.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay. President Trump today said that NBA players kneeling during the national anthem is disgraceful, and he said that nobody has done more for the Black community than him other than Abraham Lincoln. And I'm curious to get your reaction to that.
Trying to make me laugh right now? I appreciate that. I really don't think the basketball community are sad about losing his viewership, him viewing the game. That's all I got to say. I don't want to. I'm not going to get into because I already know where this could go, where it could lead to for tomorrow for me. I'm not going to get into it, but I think our game is in a beautiful position, and we have fans all over the world. And our fans not only love the way we play the game, we try to give it back to them with our commitment to the game, but also respect, what else we try to bring to the game and acknowledging, what's right and what's wrong, and I hope everyone, no matter the race, no matter the color, no matter the size, would see what leadership that we have at the top in our country, and understand that November is right around the corner. And it's a big moment for us as Americans. If we continue to talk about we want better, won't change. We have an opportunity to do that. So, but the game will go on without his eyes on it. I can sit here and speak for all of us that love the game of basketball. We could care less.
Basketball!